Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. Today is May 23rd, 2022. This informational video is a new kind of video for the channel. Hopefully, I'll be making more of these. It's to do with a gold mining, junior mining company. And yes, the markets have been all over the place this year. Junior miners were going gangbusters. Up until a month ago, we've had sharp corrections, but I don't think the fundamental picture has changed. And you see in this report that I still believe in it. I think we're in the death throes of the debt-based petrodollar system, and that will make hard assets, commodities, precious metals even more valuable on a relative basis. I see stocks and bonds, everything that benefited from financialization, underperforming in the future. So as Warren Buffett says, if you have an investment that you like, something that you like, a company that you like, and its price has been beaten down, that's the best time to buy. Of course, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. And before you listen to this video, just wanted to play this clip of Peter Grandich in a recent interview with Palisades Gold Radio.
People's ability to look out is much shorter term. They're beating up these things to a level where they've tossed the baby out with the bathwater. So if you said to me, is there a sector or just a general sector that if I tossed a dart, it'd be difficult to lose in? We've gotten to that now in the junior market. But anything that's got some money, it's not out of money, it's advanced, it's already starting to identify a resource, yet it's down 70, 80% from its high. Those are the type of things that I would be looking at right now.
Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. Today we're going to look at what I believe is a very interesting prospect and opportunity in the junior gold mining and exploration sector. The company is Gold Mining Inc. Its ticker symbol is gold in the Toronto Stock Exchange, or TSX, and GLDG in the NYSE in America. Gold Mining Inc.'s chairman and founder is Amir Adnani, an entrepreneur and mining executive. He's the founder, president, and CEO of Uranium Energy Corp. This report is for informational purposes only. It's my opinion and does not constitute investment advice. Before we go any further, just wanted to touch upon the fundamental and technical reason to own gold and hard assets in general. As you can see here by the Dow Gold ratio chart, how many ounces of gold one needs to buy one Dow Industrial. We're still nowhere near where the credit cycle kind of resets. Back in the early 80s, it was just above one. Back in 1932 was just above 2. And we truly believe that this time around, we're going to go at least down to 1 again. And there's still a few years to go in this correction, I would say, in this reset. Then we look at the post-1971 logarithmic gold chart. Why post-1971? Well, that's when President Nixon detached the United States currency from gold. And ever since then, gold has been going up, or the dollar or the currency of the United States has been going down. And we don't expect that to change anytime soon. Bottom left-hand side, this is to do more with paper assets. It's the cost of credit or capital as represented by the US 10-year yield. And it's been on a downward trend since the early 80s, but recently it's starting to break out, as you can see from that trend line. And we feel that's gonna push investors, pension funds, very wealthy individuals to move at least a fraction of their paper funds into the hard assets. And that's going to be like trying to contain the Niagara Falls with a hose, I would say. So that's an encouraging technical picture there. And then we've got the CRB index, which is a commodity index that represents most commodities, gold and silver included. We haven't even reached the top of 2008. And recently, we've broken out of this downward trend. So the trend still looks very good, not just for gold, but also for hard assets. Amir Adnani is the founder and chairman of Gold Mining Inc. In 2020, Gold Mining formed Gold Royalty Corp., a wholly owned subsidiary, and has assembled a core team led by former leaders of major gold producers and global banks. Amir is also the president, chief executive officer, and the founder of Uranium Energy Corp., where he advanced the company from concept to U.S. production in its first 5 years and has developed an extensive pipeline of low-cost, near-term production projects. He's chairman of Uranium Royalty Corp., the first and only pure-play uranium royalty and streaming company. So having looked and studied Gold Mining Inc. over the last few weeks, one of the most attractive points, if not the most attractive point, is the fact that by buying shares of Gold Mining Inc., you're basically buying gold for $5 an ounce. And how is that possible? Well, because they have 32 million indicated and inferred, 32 million ounces, that is, of gold equivalent resources. And compared to their competitors and even bigger competitors, where they own these resources for $40 to $50 an ounce, I think it gives them a lot of leverage, especially when the precious metals market turns higher. So let's look at some more interesting points that, in my opinion, make Gold Mining Inc. a very interesting prospect. So what they have been doing is acquiring gold resources throughout the Americas, and we're going to come to that in a minute. We're going to look at the major projects geographically. But more importantly, they've been buying during the bear market. They started acquiring these properties in late 2012 when the gold price went into a bear market. So they've taken over properties that were valued at the peak of the market in 2010, 2012 at $850 million, and they paid $81 million for those properties. So basically, they got them for 10 cents on the dollar. And the other very interesting thing about Gold Mining Inc. is that while they're increasing their gold resources, global reserve and resources were in decline and are still in decline, as you can see here, from total gold reserves of selected companies over time. So they've actually been doing the opposite of what other companies have been doing. And I think that gives them an edge, of course. And the other point that I would make is the diversification geographically and politically, for that matter. They have properties all over the Americas. So now we're going to look at their major properties. So as you can see here, Gold Mining Inc. has a big presence in the second most active mining state in Brazil, Pará state. Their major property over there is São Jorge in Brazil, or in Pará. And the other thing about Gold Mining Inc. is that they don't run these properties that they have in the Americas from Vancouver. They have people on the ground. And the other thing as well, they are in areas where the mining industry is very active. So they're able to work with other firms as well. They're able to come to deals. They're not like isolated in the middle of nowhere. The other property in Brazil, Cachoeira in Brazil, the Guru P Greenstone Belt. In the United States, Gold Mining Inc. has its property in Whistler in Alaska, as you can see. And in Canada, Yellowknife Gold, one of Canada's highest grade gold belts. We get back to South America, they've got a property in the Mid-Cauca Belt in Colombia, one of the most prospective gold belts in the world. So let's wrap up, and I'm going to give you the three major points that I think make Gold Mining Inc. an interesting prospect. Well, the first one is that they acquired their gold resources when nobody really wanted to acquire them, and they basically paid 10 cents on the dollar for them. So that's a major plus, I think. The second most important one, I think, is that they control 32 million troy ounces of gold equivalent resources for basically $5 per troy ounce, which is like about a tenth of what other gold resource companies pay for these kind of resources. And as the chairman and founder of Gold Mining Inc. Said in one of his presentations, this provides the most unique value proposition in terms of total resources and resource valuation in the ground. So last but not least, the third most important point for me about Gold Mining Inc. is the track record of the founder and chairman, Amir Adnani, the fact that he built up Uranium Energy Corp and also Uranium Royalty. And as a result of that, he's attracted investors like BlackRock, Rick Rule, and Doug Casey. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to find out more about Gold Mining Inc., go to the description below of this video and there will be a link there to their website, goldmining.com. Their ticker symbol on the Toronto Stock Exchange is GOLD, G-O-L-D. Their ticker symbol on the NYSE is GLDG.